Good morning and welcome to Salesforce Live, The Road to Dreamforce. I'm Marissa Cranes and we're here with you every week getting you pumped for the main event coming November 18th through 21st here in San Francisco. Today we have a very special episode. We're going to be giving you a first look at the Dreamforce mobile app. And here to tell you all about it are the men themselves that have created this massive, fabulous app. First, Ed Park.
Hi everybody, my name's Ed Park. I'm a product manager on the events team. I've been with Salesforce for 5 years and on the events team for a year.
Fantastic, and Scott Owens.
Hey there, I'm Scott. I'm new to Dreamforce. I've been here about 7 months. This is really exciting. We're here to build the Dreamforce app. We've started and we're releasing it soon, so we can't wait for that. I'm a product manager working on the mobile team.
Fantastic, thanks so much. And of course, it wouldn't be Salesforce Live if we didn't have someone helping you engage on the social streams. Here's more to tell you how to do that.
Thanks a lot, Marissa. So we know you guys all have burning questions about the Dreamforce 13 mobile app. So if you have questions, use the Salesforce Live hashtag on Twitter, or you can type it into the social stream on your screen, and we'll be getting to those questions throughout the broadcast, so keep them coming.
Thanks so much, Maura. All right, so throughout these episodes, we keep going into how Dreamforce is different than any other conference, technology or otherwise. And so this year, we've been promised that the Dreamforce mobile app, just like Dreamforce, is different than any other event app. Ed, can you go into a little bit of details of how it's different?
Yeah, so if you've been to Dreamforce before, you know that the event's not like any other. For those who haven't been, you're going to walk away from this event saying, that was like a rock concert, or that was like going to Vegas compared to going to any other conference.
Yeah.
And our challenge this year was really, how do we build our app to really stand up to that live experience? How do we embody that energy of Dreamforce?
Yeah, we even had Mark Wolin last week from the Sales Cloud team saying it's like Burning Man even, and that's just taking it to the next level. Fantastic. And so how do you guys make sure that you are embodying that? What's the process that you went through?
Well, so what we did this year is we did a lot of research. We went out to a few large conferences. And a few of us really just were asking ourselves the same question over and over and over. Where are we supposed to be right now? What's next? And how do I get there? And so during that whole event, we just felt sort of lost, trying to figure out how do we really navigate this event? How do we get the most out of it? When we came back, we all sort of put our notes together and said, this is what we need to go build. We need to figure out how to connect our customers to our event, our attendees to this event, in a whole new way.
Fantastic. And so both of us are actually new to Dreamforce this year. So how did Ed fill you in on what you really wanted to get out of this app?
He scared me. So he started out by telling me how intense it was going to be, and 120,000 people register for the event. It's a huge dynamic event. If you guys haven't seen the video on Get Ready for Salesforce or Get Ready for Dreamforce, it's an amazing depiction of the chaos that's about to erupt. And so what we're trying to do is, as product managers, we're trying to come up with a vision for the product that really kind of helps solve the problem for the attendee. So what we've done is, we've looked at how people have these phones in their hands. If you go on the train or if you go to a restaurant, you see people buried in their phones all the time, and what they're really missing out on what's happening around them, And so, it's one of the cultural shifts that's happening as mobile's happened. And what we're trying to do is not, we're not trying to rob people of the experience, the rich experience they can get on their phone, but there's a whole Dreamforce experience happening around them. That's what they came for. They didn't, we don't want them at Green Day, looking at their phone, and we don't want them in a session where there's a great speaker with great content and they're sitting there looking on their phone, right? But we want to make sure that the phone, whatever we do with the app, equips them to remove all the different things that are happening around the event, all the things that get in the way with their enjoyment and their just total utilization of Dreamforce. We want them to walk away just slammed with learning, with a great time that they had, and the phone should be a tool that helps them do that. It shouldn't be an end to itself. So that's been a real challenge, is figuring out how to walk that fine line between something that is just all-encompassing or something that's really complementary, and we hope we've done the latter.
That's fantastic. And so you did a lot of research, you just mentioned. So how did you guys go about actually building this app?
Well, it all started with us with a creative brief. And so what we did is we put together two concepts and put a really hard challenge out there to our design firms and said, help us make an app that embodies the energy of Dreamforce and connects customers to everything in a whole new way. We luckily found the perfect match. We're using a design firm, a partner called Solve, and they did a great job. They took those two really ambiguous, vague statements and really brought to life what our vision was.
Fantastic. Shout out to Solve.
Solve.
From what I've seen, they've done quite the incredible job.
Yeah, it's SOLV.TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now you go. We're
there
all
you go.
going right after this. And you guys actually are utilizing, we always comment on the show about the utilization of our own Salesforce products. And I think that's a huge key to this mobile app and the app in general. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
So we are totally eating our own dog food with this app. This is one of the neater examples of a platform built app. So our app is completely built on the Salesforce.com platform. So we've taken the back end of Salesforce and like everything, hotels, attendee records, sponsor records, session records, every single aspect lives on the platform, okay? And then what we've done is we've got two great teams working on this. First, we have our IT team internally. They've built all the web app that everybody's seen. So if you go to dreamforce.com and you log in, that's our team who's built that app that's got this great new look. It's all new this year. It looks fantastic. And you can go and interact on Chatter. You can sign up for sessions starting October 10th, like about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That feels like a lifetime ago. But you could go in and do all that stuff on our website. And so those have been huge things that they've done. But what they've also done is they've implemented all these REST APIs. And so an API is basically, for those of you who don't know, it's just a way of extracting data out of a system. So we have Salesforce, and everybody says, well, how do you get a native app? And you're gonna see this is a killer looking native app. How do you get something so amazing out of something that's Salesforce, which is amazing, but it's got this great, powerful back-end system? And the answer is, it's an open platform. So this is why Salesforce is so well positioned to be leaders in mobile, because we could take the existing platform that we have, we wrote APIs very quickly, very easily. Those APIs were then given to Y Media Labs, which is our mobile development firm, the other team that's been working on this, and they were able to create the app. And so we've been working with that kind of Solve created the design, and then our team created the back end and all the APIs that enable all the data to go back and forth. And then Y Media Labs has created the native iOS and Android apps that we have here.
That's fantastic. And that's something key to note is that you can use this app on any device.
Any device. So we have literally any device covered. We have native apps coming for iOS and Android phones. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're showing today. But we also have our existing apps. And the cool thing about those is they were built with something called responsive web design. So they're good for any platform. If you have a BlackBerry phone, a Windows phone, a tablet, a desktop, anything, you can use any of those platforms to get in, log in, manage the conference. The cool thing about these native apps is that they have some extra features, some special love that we've put into them to make sure that the attendee experience is better than ever.
Fantastic. And so before we go into the demo, which will happen a little later, let's talk about some of the key themes that you guys focused on when creating that initial brief and that you brought to Solve. So can we start going through, I think, a few of the different themes that we were talking about?
Yeah, so the first couple are now and next. What am I doing right now? As we talked about our research and going out to these conferences, we really wanted to hit that mark. What am I doing right now? Where do I go next? So that you're not missing out on that special content, on that special session that you want to see.
Awesome.
Yeah, the second one is social, calendar, and location. And if you got your phone and you look at your home screen on your phone, most of the apps that you use, I would wager, are either social apps, they're related to your time and how you spend your time, or they're related to how you get around.
Right.
And that's especially true at an event. So what we've tried to do is take the social piece, the calendar, what's on my schedule, and how do I get there? And we've tried to be really intentional about making those things really shine in the app.
That's really awesome. I am so excited. And we actually, I believe we have some social questions coming in from the audience. Maura, let's get to some of those questions.
Yeah, we do. People are super excited to see the demo. I think the first question for you guys is, when is the Dreamforce 13 mobile app available?
Well, we will have the app out hopefully by the end of the month. So the way the App Store works is you submit the app to the App Store and they have a review process that they go through, and once that's concluded, they will have it ready. You could tee these things up and have it ready for like a week from now, but we are literally building stuff into the app right now. So we're going to continue to enhance the app. I want to encourage everybody to get it. Look for it on social channels. So we'll tweet it, Facebook, put it on Salesforce.com, Dreamforce.com. We'll make sure it gets out there. But we're looking at the end of this month, and then we will have updates leading all the way up to Dreamforce. So make sure you put on updates on your app settings.
That's
Automatic
great.
updates in iOS 7.
No,
Yeah, absolutely. I love
Do
that one.
please. Yes.
So we'll keep an eye on the Dreamforce social channels to
Yes.
see when it's officially available. And so I went to Dreamforce in 2012. I had that mobile app. Does that carry over? What should I do with that?
Yeah,
Ed?
so the app from last year will still work, but what we encourage you to do is when this new app comes out, we encourage you to download it, use it. You can delete the old app, but yeah, it'll be ready for you to go next week.
Okay, great. And so Ed, I know you guys did a ton of research, went to a ton of events when you were talking about planning this mobile app. What do you think is the biggest downfall in a lot of event mobile applications, and how does this really make up for that gap?
So I think a lot of event apps really just try to digitize the big 100, 200 page book that they give you when you check in. We were trying to really move away from that. Look at how the mobile device can really work in how you experience an event. Most people walk around with just that handheld, right? Even though a lot of people have iPads these days, a lot of times people leave those because they're just constantly on the move for the whole day. So we tried to put everything that you really needed into that mobile app. The other thing that we're doing are these connections, trying to create really those synergies and connections between you and the session, you and other people, help you really network and meet people through the app.
I think that's what's so great. Once it's available, people can get in, start following people, start following sessions, and get engaged before they even step foot on the Moscone campus. So I know people are going to have a lot of questions, especially after we show the demo. So keep those questions coming with the Salesforce Live hashtag. I think people are probably ready for me to stop talking and for us to kind of dive into it.
Fantastic. Let's dive right in then.
Yeah, so we're going to do a quick demo of the app, and we're going to go through the 3 big pieces of the app, which are we want you to learn. That's the #1 stated goal for every attendee at Dreamforce, which is to learn. We want to help you meet other people. It's a networking event. You want to do that. And we want to help you get around. Dreamforce is a huge campus. We shut down a big part of downtown San Francisco to hold the event, and we want to make sure that we have all those things. So if we dive into the app, we'll start with the first one, which was learn. So every time you come to Dreamforce, 2 weeks ago we did this Agenda Builder Go Live. People were in there at night trying to get sessions booked. So we came in and turned on sessions booking for them. And if we have that here in the app, if we go through the sidebar of the app, we have all of our different menus, all of our options. If we go down to all sessions, we can go through and look at the way we've broken down sessions. We do this on the web too. We have all sessions, keynotes, product keynotes, Leadership Pass, which is an upgrade that you can get for an extra special experience at Dreamforce, and then Success Clinics, which are super popular ways to get one-on-one training for some aspect of the Salesforce.com platform. So if we go to all sessions, we can tap in there and go to see sessions, say on Tuesday. So down at the bottom, we have all the days of the week, and you can just flick through this and see this is all sessions. You can see the ones that are there. If you wanted to, you can dive into one of them and see more detail, see who the speakers are. Right? And you come back out, you can go in and see all of the different areas here that we have. If you wanted to filter them, you can tap up there on the top left, and we have a way to filter all of these different sessions based on a bunch of different criteria. And you can set that up for yourself based on what you want. And the neat thing is, when you do these filters, it's going to also impact the recommendations that we make for you. I'll get to that in a minute. We have some cool recommendation technology in this. But if we go back, we can look at, say, this hands-on trading, get started with Buddy Media. I can just tap the bookmark, and now I've bookmarked that. So that's kind of step 1, is to go through. You can either do this online on the web, or you can do it on the phone, but you can quickly either hit the check mark to enroll in a session, or hit the bookmark icon to bookmark one, and you just go set up your calendar for whatever you wanted to do that day, and it's all set. So how do you see what's on your calendar, right? This is just all the different content that's available. How do you see what's on your specific calendar? So we can go back out to the main menu, and My Agenda is where we keep all that. So if you look at My Agenda, this is kind of a cool calendar view. We have it in 2 different ways of showing it. Up at the top right, I can hit this little icon, and you can see kind of a more list calendar kind of view that shows you just that day's content, or you could pop open, and we have these cards which go through and show you all the different content that's available for you for that day. And if you tap into one of them, you can see all the details. And like Maura said, the real opportunity here is to go and do all this now. You don't have to wait until the event. You can go in, you can check out all the content, you can tune your schedule, get it all ready, and you can see all the people that are going to be at your event. You can follow them, you can talk to them, you can use Chatter to connect with them. This one doesn't have any Chatter. Let me go to one that has some, and I can go and show you some Chatter activity. So this one has some Chatter. Wait, I put one in front of it.
So I think, and one of the other things I want all of you to understand is we've put in two types of tracking on sessions. You can enroll in a session that kind of guarantees you a seat in that session, but a lot of these fill up. What we do is we encourage you to bookmark, because what we also provide after the event are the live video replays, the PowerPoints. So we give you all that content. So what we like to say is, you can actually experience every single session at Dreamforce without necessarily having gone to every single session in person.
Yeah, and just like these sessions, these Salesforce Live sessions, they all will be ready and online within 24 hours after the event, which is crazy fast. People are going to be working around the clock to make sure that those are all available for you guys.
Yeah. So the second step is to learn, right? Once you're here at the event, you want to learn. You want to meet.
Yeah.
You want to network. So we want to help you get introduced to other people. And one of the ways that we can do that, if we switch back to the demo, is we can go and look at feed. Again, we have feed for every single session. So whenever you're looking at a session, you can see all the people that you're following. You can see all the messages that have been made directly to you. You can see all Dreamforce, which is our biggest group. Everybody's automatically subscribed to this group, so you can really tap into what's happening at the event. You can see an aggregated feed of all of your sessions so that you can see what's happening. And there's some pictures in the feed, lots of cool stuff that we can do here. And again, you can go and then check out files, all kinds of ways to connect. So remember, there's 120,000 people at the event. 60,000 people are going to be on site. You want to be able to connect to them all. And the cool thing that we do in the app is we actually make it possible for you to search for people. So you can go through and just find all kinds of people here, and every single person at the event will actually be loaded on your phone. So you can tap in and you go see their profile. It's really easy to connect to people, either using search, or we have a cool feature down in that menu to scan a badge if you walk up to somebody, or using the different session menus where you can see, like I said, I could go into this session and I can see all the people. So I might see people that I'm following on on Twitter or LinkedIn. I might see somebody that looks interesting to me based on their title or their company. So I can grow my network by looking at people that have similar interests to me on their sessions, or people that have been recommended to me. Because one of the cool things that we also do is we have recommendations. We show people you're following. We show the people that are your followers. We recommend people to you, again, based on those criteria that we had before, like industry, theme. So we allow you to customize this app in settings so that you can make all these recommendations come to life just for you, including groups. So we give you all of the groups that you're a member of, and then we give you ways to customize that by seeing recommendations for groups, seeing all the groups at Dreamforce. So lots of really cool ways to connect socially. And one of my favorites is you can do a post. And if we do a post, you can do a picture. I'm not going to do it here for this demo, but you could take a picture. You could type in something like hello from #Salesforce Live and exclamation mark, of course.
Of
and
course.
Then I can tap this Twitter bird. And when I do that, I'm now posting to Chatter, but I can hit post, and it's also going to go to my Twitter feed. So boom, it's going to be there. I could show it to you if you wanted, but trust me, it works. It's really cool. So this is a really great tool, because now, as an attendee, you can totally engage in Chatter, which is where all this activity is going to be, but you can also take care of your Twitter stream. Everybody wants to tweet during the event, but you don't have to choose now between should I go to Twitter or should I go to Chatter. Go to Chatter, and it's automatically going to post to Twitter and LinkedIn if you want. So
fantastic. And
really
LinkedIn
cool
is
tools.
definitely a key social channel for specifically business needs, and so that's going to be a huge one.
We've seen tons of engagement from LinkedIn already. Just in the marketing we've done leading up to Dreamforce. I think even you've talked about how powerful it's been, more powerful than Twitter.
Oh, absolutely.
For
We've
engagement.
been seeing huge amounts of social engagement on LinkedIn, shares. People are really interested on LinkedIn for the more business-related aspects of Dreamforce. And you were showing us your profile again. Can we see a little bit deeper into that?
Sure. So if you go in back to the demo, here's me at the top of the screen. That's my picture. And
Gorgeous. You look great.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I've got my photo in there, I've got my name, my title, but you look down here, I've got a bio, my phone numbers. I can click to call those. I'm not going to do it, but you tap them, you can call somebody simply, just a piece of cake. Tap to email. I can see all the people that I'm following, all the groups, and then I can edit my profile if I need to. So I can quickly just go in and make edits. I can upload a new picture straight from my phone. So really cool ways, and everybody should make sure that their profile is really complete before the event. So this is another thing that you can do to get ready for Dreamforce. Engage on Chatter with your session owners, with the speakers. Make sure your picture's set up. Make lots of following requests of people. Connect to people on Twitter. Really grow that network. And that's a really cool way to maximize the event.
So when you look at someone else's profile, you can also follow them not only on Chatter, but directly there. You can follow them on Twitter and LinkedIn as well.
So I could just look for you. I could search for Marissa Cranes. I could see your profile, tap Twitter, tap LinkedIn, and boom, we'll be connected.
Fantastic. So, it's easy. We can get a hold of Ed no matter, if we want to or not.
That's right. Everybody follow Ed and then send him messages during Dreamforce.
Yeah, lots of messages.
Awesome.
I love that.
He'll be pretty idle.
He won't be doing anything.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Awesome. And so you wanted to talk a little bit more about the location services, right?
Yeah. So how the campus is big this year. How do you get around? Where is the Palace Hotel, or how do I get from point A to point B? And so those were some of the other challenges that we took on. One of the others is we have such a large community coming this year that we have to fill hotels in the peninsula and the East Bay. We want to make these things really easy for you to navigate as well. What we're doing this year is we're working with our friends at Ethereos. And Ethereos is building for us a real-time shuttle map.
Fantastic.
So it's going to use GPS, and you'll be able to come into the app, pick a route, pick a hotel, and really see what your route is for the shuttle, see where that shuttle is, and figure out when they're going to get there so you don't miss any opportunity to get to the event.
That's fantastic. So it's like an Uber or a Lyft or any other of those online app-based kind of transportation systems. So you won't miss your bus, you won't miss your shuttle, and can you even time out how far in advance you should leave to get to a session on time?
Yeah. So being able to see that real-time update will help you do all of those things. And of course, we're building this all on Salesforce platform using the Internet of Things. So we're excited to bring that this year.
Fantastic. And so, Scott, can you show us a few more of those location-based tools?
Yeah, we've got some cool things. When you look at your agenda, you can go in and look and see what the buildings are. And so here we can see we're at the San Francisco Marriott Marquis. So you'll be able to tap that, and when you go into that, you'll be able to go and see a map of that venue. So we have the campus map here. We'll be able to pinch and zoom and see all those different buildings. You'll see the floor plans. Then we'll have maps for hotels, the shuttles that Ed was talking about. We'll have all the different zones, Dev Zone and SMB Zone. We'll have all those different places covered. So we've got some really cool maps experiences coming. The shuttle maps are going to be super cool, though, because they're going to be live, and you're going to see a little shuttle going around the map. It's going to be really neat.
Look like a little Monopoly piece?
It looks like, it really does look cool. It looks like a little Monopoly piece.
Fantastic. So I would like the orange one, please.
You don't get to choose the color, sorry.
Dang it. All right.
Also, but wait, there's more. We are doing, I almost forgot, because we're just talking about this, but we have an all-new interactive Cloud Expo map coming. So for the first time this year, when you go to a conference and you see those line drawings, like an architect made a drawing of the campus.
A CAD drawing.
Yeah. It's useless, right? So this year, what we've done is we've made an interactive map that you can pinch and zoom. And when you pinch and zoom, this is of the Cloud Expo. When you pinch and zoom on the map, you'll be able to dive in and see every sponsor that's at Dreamforce. You'll be able to tap on them. You'll be able to see their profile, follow them. So you can now follow sponsors in addition to people.
Wow.
Right? You can filter the map. You can search the map. So you can look at the map and type in marketing, and it will highlight with pins all the companies that have a marketing offering.
That's incredible.
Yeah, super, super cool, right? And then it's really beautiful, too. So again, Solve did a great job on the design. So now it's not like a lame map. It's a really cool interactive map, search, browse, and our IT team inside is building that, and it's going to be available right at Dreamforce. That's coming right at the last minute, but we're super excited about that.
That's awesome. So the partner team must be really excited about that they can provide you guys with, provide attendees with actual partners that are specific for them, that they will be able to
We're giving the
see.
sponsor team all new ways to connect. Our sponsors will be able to have real relationships with people that come to Dreamforce, not just at the event, because they're going to be able to find them. That'll be helpful, but also after the event, when they're following them on Chatter, they'll be able to have a continued conversation, share files with them, white papers, anything that they want to share, presentations.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit more about what we'll be seeing from the sponsor profiles?
Yeah, the sponsor profiles will have every single sponsor at Dreamforce gets a profile, so you can find out all their contact information, how to reach them. You can follow them, see their chatter feed, and then you'll also be able to log in on the web and see all their files. So they can load up whatever they had, whatever they had that they were interested in uploading. So any kind of white paper, presentation, PDF doc, whatever it was. So all kinds of cool stuff in there for the sponsors.
That's really cool. And I think that we have a bunch of questions coming in right now. So let's jump to Maura and see what people are saying on the social feed.
We do, Marissa. So I'm monitoring Radian 6 right now. You know what? I saw a tweet come in from Scott Owens saying, "Hello, Salesforce Live," which was pushed from the Dreamforce app. So that's pretty cool. Let's talk about features. I think the feature that sounds most exciting to me is this Expo map, especially as campus continues to grow. You guys know this app inside and out. Ed, which feature are you most excited about?
I'm really excited about the agenda and all the capabilities we put there. For me, there's the networking side, but when you come to Dreamforce, you want to learn. You want to get all that content. The biggest innovation that we have and differentiator I think that we have is we let you have conversations around that session before, during, and after the event. So if you go to a session page, we have a chatter feed. You can ask your other attendees, fellow attendees questions. You can start asking your presenter questions, the speaker questions. You can really start conversations today and follow that all the way through the event and after the event when you get home. Big use case there is you get home, you remember a whole lot of what went on, but then you have that one burning question you can't get your mind around. Just go on Chatter, ask the question to the session group, and people will respond.
And you can do this while ignoring your family at the dinner table on your mobile app.
Exactly as designed.
Exactly.
That's so great that it definitely lives beyond the 4-day conference. And Scott, what's your favorite feature?
So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to say two. So I love the social part because it's such a practical solution. We want people to use Chatter, but we know that people want to use Twitter and LinkedIn. So this is a really great way to expose all that and tie it together. But the thing that's kind of the new thing that I'm most excited about is the context that we've built into the app. We've got some really cool recommendations. As I said, we allow every attendee to customize the app by telling us what role they have at their company or in their career, what industry they're in, what kind of theme they're following, and what their product interest at Salesforce is. So you tell us all that, and then we give you back all these great recommendations for people, groups, and sessions. And these are not like your typical vanilla, hey, these are the things we're pushing, because we're not pushing anything. We're saying it's like a concierge. We want really to help you have the best experience possible. So we've done that, and then also kind of the next things, like when you open the app on Wednesday of the event, it's going to open to Wednesday.
Awesome.
So it's just some cool little nice touches like that we've done to help make it really contextual to the experience of every attendee.
Yeah, so let's say I have a free hour during my agenda in Dreamforce. Is that someplace where I'll get recommendations?
We do have recommendations for sessions, and when you have free time, we do encourage you to go to, you could pick, we give you 3 recommendations for every time slot. And we also tell you, hey, by the way, don't forget, it's not just about sessions. You can go to Cloud Expo and learn about sponsors. You can go to the customer showcase, where we're going to have 6 companies talking about how they've used Salesforce this year. That's going to be fantastic content. You can go to the Plaza, which is going to be mind-blowing and unbelievably cool this year.
So cool.
People are not going to believe it when they walk up and see the Plaza this year. It's going to freak everybody out. But we're encouraging everybody to try all the different pieces of content that we offer, and it's not just sessions. So yes, the recommendations encompass all those different things.
That's very cool.
Okay, so yeah, we have a question coming in from Thomas Taylor. I know you said that this app will work across all devices. Thomas wants to know, what's the minimum required Android version for the DF13 app?
Good question. So Android has, Thomas probably knows, it's got some issues on some of its older operating systems.
And he put in parentheses, tell me I need a new phone.
Well, ideally, yes. It's really designed for Android 4 or higher. Okay. And so if you've got less than that, you're kind of on your own. You can try it. I mean, we're not really optimizing for that, but it'll run, but it's going to maybe be a little bit more than it can handle.
Okay.
We also have the web app. So anybody that has a phone that's not maybe one of the newer phones, you can log in and get last year's app, and it'll get rebranded this year, but you can log into dreamforce.com. There's loads of ways for you to get the similar content on other devices, but really we're all iOS and Android 4 and higher.
Okay, great. That's great to know. And so you guys talked about Agenda Builder. Do you have any recommendations for people tuning in now who want to get into the Agenda Builder and sign up for sessions? Any sessions you guys think they should definitely attend?
I know.
Do you?
Like
Do you?
Scott has
There's a
one?
really excellent session on Wednesday at 3.
Okay.
Wednesday at 3. It's called Inside, How the Dreamforce app was built.
Oh, so this is like,
surprise.
It's got 2 of the best speakers at Dreamforce this year, I think.
I mean, I can attest to that. You guys are
yes,
great.
yes. No, we're excited about our session. I think all the product keynotes and Mark's keynotes are going to be great too. So those are going to be
So
outstanding.
you guys are going to be going more into depth during your session about how, like, specifics in building the app?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I know you guys have been working around the clock on that, so people like to see that deep dive. So before we close out, Ed, I'll point this one towards you. You're a Dreamforce veteran. What are your best practices, tips, tricks for people if this is their first Dreamforce ever?
Me and Scott are listening.
Yeah, I would say pace yourself, bring comfortable shoes, and just have fun. Be ready to experience something you've just really never seen before, and just get ready to get whole new ideas and visions thrown at you. So just be ready for a great experience.
What about the cough drops?
Oh, right. Cough drops. My tip to everybody, whether you're a speaker, whether you're an attendee, it's fun, it's loud. The DJs are going. Bring cough drops. That'll save you throughout the week.
I'll need them. I'm going to get like a monster pack of those.
Yeah, because we're going to have Marissa doing some Salesforce Live hosting at Dreamforce, so keep an eye out for her. We're also going to have you guys join us in our studio on site, so we're excited for that. One more quick question just came in from Leah Dawn. She wants to know, when are sponsors able to edit their profile in the app? Is that just once it's available?
That's coming real soon. So we're working really hard to get that live and ready for you, and just want to make sure that it's perfect for you so you can get in there.
Okay, so we'll keep you posted on our Dreamforce social channels. So we'll keep the social conversation going on Twitter today. So if you guys have more questions for Ed, Scott, or Marissa, use the Salesforce Live hashtag on Twitter and you can @mention them. But for now, let's go back to you, Marissa.
Thank you so much, Maura. Well, I really want to thank Scott and Ed for coming in here, showing us the app, and making this app in general. It's so incredible. It's really going to take the conference to the next level and really up the bar for anyone creating an event app for now on. I mean, poor other events.
That's right.
But thank you guys so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
And once again, the app will be going live, hopefully, crossing fingers, the end of the month. We'll keep you guys informed, and we'll make sure to download it then. So once again, the conference is November 18th through 21st. Here in San Francisco. We look forward to having you. And next week on Salesforce Live, The Road to Dreamforce, we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship and big money at Dreamforce. It's going to be a really cool episode, and so we look forward to having you guys there. Hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time.